The weather is getting a little cooler. It's starting to be fall time, right? And what does fall mean? Back to school and football. Who's excited for football? Yeah. All right, I know Adam. It's so cool. Football, man's sport, right? Everybody plays on a gridiron. They wear those helmets. Big 350-pound men sit there and line up at the line. But if one of them happens to jump off a little bit and flag flies, all of a sudden they turn into little kindergartners. It was him! It was him! It was him! It was him! I promise it wasn't me. It was the guy in the red shirt over there. It's so funny watching these guys just standing there. I'm like, oh, come on, it's crazy. But with football, we think about Super Bowl, right? Super Bowl is going to be at the end of the season, but people think about Super Bowl, they think about commercials. Everybody loves the Super Bowl commercials. Now, I personally never like to watch commercials. I don't care when it is. But the thing about Super Bowl commercials is that all these marketing companies have been tasked with coming up with the craziest possible commercials. And everybody's got these jingles that are sometimes catchy and whatnot. So I'm going to just sort of test you guys and see if you know some of the jingles. Like if I say, "We are farmers." Good, okay, you got that one, right? And how about this one? Red Robin. Yum. Yum, okay, good. So some of them, they have jingles and they're memorable. But a lot of companies that try to have jingles just shouldn't have jingles. Like for instance, Pepto-Bismol. Pepto-Bismol actually has a jingle, or they have a commercial where they have this little hoedown band that's sitting there dancing around, and each one of the people in the band has one of the symptoms that you would take, the Pepto-Bismol for. So they have somebody like this representing vomit, upset stomach, diarrhea, and there's some guy holding his butt and saying diarrhea, and I'm like, listen, Pepto, I appreciate the commercial, but if I'm drinking Pepto, I'm not exactly in the mood to watch you, hey everybody, drink Pepto. So the thing is, those kind of commercials and stuff, those jingles, that's one genre. But then you also have this other genre where for some reason now, companies like Old Navy, I used to just say, I'm gonna go buy a pair of jeans at Old Navy. But now you can't just have a commercial that shows a discount of jeans or whatever. You have to have some girl walking down the streets in New York, and of course she's a plus size model because we have to be sensitive to that now. So then all of a sudden you have two other people coming from the side and they're like, I just bought jeans too, and they're start dancing down the street, and all of a sudden there's two other people come in because I guess we're casting for the next version of the Black Eyed Peas or something like that. Everybody's a different size and shape and ethnicity, and they're all dancing around on the streets, and I got jeans, and I'm like, I just wanted to buy a pair of jeans. I wasn't interested in joining the next ensemble cast of West Side Story. What's going on? So then, of course, you have the ultimate weird commercials, and those are cologne and perfume commercials. Have you ever seen these high-end cologne and perfume commercials? I can't even imagine what the pitch meetings are like for those marketing. But basically, it's somebody's sitting there, and they're like, I have a vision. It's like a golden lake. And somebody emerges out of it. Let's just say Charlize Theron. And she's walking across the water like Jesus. And all of a sudden, she has this big, long headdress, which turns into golden doves and floats away. And then she looks in the camera and says, Teal. Okay, do I want to buy perfume? No, I think what I would like to do is check what I just ate to make sure that there wasn't some special ingredients in it. And I said, oh, you think that was weird? How about this one? It's a long, dark highway stretching off into the desert, monolithic rocks on either side, and a lone man rides on a motorcycle. Let's say Johnny Depp. His man scarf flowing in the distance. He pulls off to the side of the road, has a shovel over his shoulder for some reason, and a giant vulture comes down and lands on the edge of his bike. Chanel number 5. I'm like, yeah, that makes total sense. So you're trying to say, Chanel number 5, that if I wear your cologne, I'm going to be buried alive by Johnny Depp with a vulture in the desert? I don't even get it. It doesn't make sense to me. So I basically, no matter what, I fast forward through commercials. And so for that, I say, back to your regularly scheduled program.